Hello, and welcome everybody to Page to Stage Actual Plays. We are playing Chariot of the Gods, Episode 2 from the Alien RPG system. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. So last time we were with all of our characters, you guys were at a little bit of a crossroads. So I believe Captain Miller, you were staying back with the people in the cryo chambers, right? Talking to them. I know that Wilson was on his way to the mess lab. The mess hall, to see if he could scrounge up some food and water. And then Rye and Davis, you guys were going to the science sector, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Nice. Okay. And then Cham is, Cham, played by Thomas, is not here tonight, but he's in the air scrubber shaft, working on getting the air scrubbers up and running. So
there's no communication in the shaft.
Yeah,
they're in game. There you go.
We've made it canon.
So let's start with Jonathan, with Wilson. So as you start to head out toward the mess lab, second in command Johns comes up to you and he's like, can I go with you to see if there's any water or food?
Certainly, it's your shift. That would be very beneficial.
Okay, great. And he looks over at Reed. He's like, Reed, just keep everyone in line. Make sure that they're not getting into our stuff. And she's like, of course, Captain. And then they walk off to the mess hall. So you guys are walking through the warrens of the Cronus. So you guys are near the cryo chamber. So you have to go down through the junction, down to Deck B to access the mess hall. As Johns is walking with you, he says, "I'm sorry for my confusion. It's something else waking up to this. We didn't expect to see you here when we awoke."
Oh, it's perfectly understandable that long sleep can be disconcerting.
Yes. Did Wayland Yutani send you guys out here to check on us?
Well, we were headed to another location, but we saw your distress signal. Can you tell me what happened to you?
It's a long story. We were a science vessel, and we were going to the 26 Draconis system to pick up an artifact.
An artifact?
Well, yes, it was an archaeological dig. There was some ruins or something. I don't remember all the details. I know it'll come back to me. You know what it's like coming out of hypersleep.
Did you make it to your mission?
Yes. The mess hall should be just this way, and he kind of points toward the hallway in front of you.
Sure. What prompted you to go into hypersleep?
Well, there was an organic, I don't even know what to call it, a parasite of some sort of disease that was on board. And luckily the science team came up with an inoculation to save the rest of us.
And what did this inoculation entail?
It's just a shot.
What does it prevent?
Well, the organic parasite, it staves off the sickness, that illness.
I'm sorry if I have so many questions. I'm just curious, since we are here to hopefully rescue you and possibly bring you on board. What does this parasite manifest as? What does it do to its host?
I'm sorry, sir. I really need to get some water. I'm disoriented. I'm feeling sick to my stomach.
Oh, it's okay.
We can just talk about this after I have something to drink.
Of course.
All right, so he pushes the button to go into the mess hall, and when it opens up, you see basically kind of like a cafeteria looking thing. It's much larger than the galley on the Montero, so you could tell that this ship, obviously from the size of it, that it was much larger. But there's kind of tables set out, multiple tables. The food stores have been all ransacked, and there's food and cans scattered all over the mess hall. And you can tell that it's all kind of dried out. There was like mold forming on some of the stores. As you kind of move into the mess hall, suddenly you hear John's gasp. He goes,
What's wrong?
and as you kind of turn, as you're looking at everything, and you kind of turn to look at what he's looking at, you see a man sitting in a chair, and he has his arms kind of laid out to the side like this, just leaning back. Do you take a close look?
Yeah, I would check to see if he's any vitals on him.
And
Nice, get in nice and close. Yes.
as you walk closer in, his face has been blown off, and
okay.
sitting to just below him is a pump action shotgun,
I'm okay.
and you hear John's retching in the background. Go ahead and take 1 stress level.
Okay. Johns, was this man sick?
Oh, that's Jacob's. I didn't expect to see him here.
Well, let's get you some water, and we can talk more at a later time.
Okay. So as you walk over to the sink, 1 second, Stephanie. As you walk over to the sink, and you flip on the faucet, it just kind of like dribbles out, and it's just kind of like there's not much. I mean, maybe you could kind of cup it in your hands or something.
Do you have any water stores? Any food stores?
Well, they would have all been here. Oh God, Jacobs.
Do you have any bottled water? Any water of other kind other than what comes out of the strip?
I don't know. We haven't been on the ship, and we've been in cryosleep for so long. I can't remember.
So I'll do a cursory glance, try to opening drawers, opening up things, just to see what I can find here.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything. I mean, everything is kind of ransacked. Everything is on the floor, busted. There is the kind of sink area, refrigerator and stuff like that, but everything, it seems to be pulled out and ransacked.
And so how slow is this trickle of water? Like, how long would it take to fill up like a glass?
You might have to stand there for a few minutes.
Okay. I'll work on that just to give him some water.
Okay. Stephanie, you had a question?
Did we all remember to change our stress levels down one like we were supposed to?
Only Trevor should have taken the stress level reduction.
Okay, well, I didn't have one, so I just wanted to make sure because I remembered that thing.
Perfect.
I'm pretty cool as a cucumber. No stress here.
All right, so let's cut over to Ryan Davis. You guys are together, and you guys are moving toward the science lab, which is also on deck B. So you guys climb down the junction, maybe along with Wilson and Johns, or just following them. You walk through the hallway into the living area, and then as you walk into the living area, you see a bunch of doors closed, but these look like to be the personal quarters of each of the crew. And then there's a door heading into the science wing. You open that, and then another door into an extending hallway. And then you have Science Lab 2 on your left and Science Lab 1 on your right.
I'm gonna actually... Yeah. I'm gonna go for Science Lab 1, I guess. Not really anything other than it's just on the right. We haven't heard anything from anybody other than there's just awake crew members now?
I mean, yeah. Like, you haven't heard anything from, what do you mean? Is there someone specific?
I'm trying to recall from our last game. Captain Miller, I think, told us that there was awake crew members, but didn't give us any details or anything like that, right? We just know that they're alive and awake.
I think you guys were there were you guys there talking to some of the crew when they awoke? I thought you guys were. Adam,
Yeah, muted. They were, I believe. And then I think the only person who wasn't is
Adam's you're
Adam,
muted.
you're muted.
Yeah.
I believe we're checking out the serum. That was our, the doctor had made an inoculation, and so we were coming to check out the inoculation or something.
Oh, then we want to be in the med lab, actually.
You think?
I assume that's where they would keep the serums, but let's see if there's anything valuable in the science lab while we're here.
Yeah, I want to go to the science lab.
Okay.
Yeah, because I bet they've been dead, or not dead, they've been sleeping for quite a while, right? So I'm assuming that the parasites probably died. You know, there wasn't really like an oxygen supply for a long time. It's cold in space. Probably, didn't have hosts. So I think, yeah, this is a little overblown. We're fine.
I'm with you. I've already got a couple things in my bag here, so let's see if we can find some other things that make our way into our inventory.
All right. So you guys open up the door to Science Lab 1. As you enter, the lights in this room flicker, and there's a stench of decay that right as you walk in, just like you just get a huge whiff of it. You guys walk in?
Definitely.
Okay. As you walk in, you notice that there's a pile of gnawed bones in the room. It's a laboratory, and there's an enclosed decontamination area around the main examination table. And then under the decon hood is a perfectly preserved metallic urn. Toward the back of the room, there's also a malfunctioning deep cold freezer with a smashed glass door that has 4 more urns in it. And as you take a closer look, you can see that there's like a black ooze that has seeped out of these urns, and it's forming congealed pools on the floor. And you can see that they're like these little black fungal nodes that are growing out of the urn and out of the pools on the floor.
Ooh, those urns look valuable.
I'm interested in what this substance is here too. Is there some sort of sample container that I can see to like get some of the ooze?
The only thing in here is the urns that the ooze is already part of, but
okay.
Once again, the deep cold freezer has a smashed glass door, so they've all kind of oozed over and have kind of crusted. And again, these little like fungal nodes have grown in the ooze. So no, there's not really like
so nothing to get to it or something. Okay.
Right.
Davis, you wanna grab one of those?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna reach for like the cleanest looking urn. I think that urn in the observation hood didn't have like the fungal nodes and stuff, right? It was just kind of clean.
Yes, the one under the decon hood looks like it's preserved. Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Does anything happen?
Yeah, give me a mobility roll. Unless you're walking. So this room is kind of covered in this goo, and there's like all these little like crusty fungal nodes. So to like walk through it, you'd have to kind of step carefully. So, or you could just walk through them and crush them if you want. But if you want to kind of step gingerly, then give me a mobility roll.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do that. It's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Mobility.
We've been joined by the honorary Jones.
Nice. So that's a success. No stress die?
No.
Okay. All right. So you're able to maneuver through those little nodes without crushing any of them, and you lift the hood on the decontamination area, and then you have the urn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Is there like a storage space in the suits we're wearing that I could stuff that urn in? Someplace kind of hidden is what I'm thinking.
You'd probably have to just kind of hold it in your hand for now. Well, it's an item, so you have your encumbrance, so just count it as like as one item towards your encumbrance. You can carry it, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and carry that, and I'm gonna radio Captain Miller and say, "Hey, Captain."
Yes, Davis.
We found some weird stuff down here in the science. It looks like there's 4 silver urns in the freezer, and there's some black mold kind of coming out of them. I don't know. It's just kind of weird down here.
Black mold.
Yeah, it's kind of crusty looking. There's little like growths coming out. It's not like anything I've really ever kind of seen before. It's pretty trippy.
You
Smells
guys are
pretty
still
bad
wearing
here, too.
protective.
I'm gonna pick up one of the
Right?
bones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good idea, right? There's also a pile of not on bones. It looks like something was chewing on bones down here.
Don't touch anything. Not you, the cat. Sorry.
So Rye, you're gonna pick up some of
That
the bones.
sounds like something the captain would say. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up something that I think looks like a femur and kind of examine these tooth marks on it.
Okay. So it's a little bit difficult to say because you're not a scientist, but the bones don't appear to be human. Like they're too long. Some of them are too kind of narrow. They just look odd. They look odd to you.
I'm gonna bang it on the ground and see what happens. Like does it feel like it's stronger than a bone, or you know what I mean? Like does it break when I hit it on the ground?
Yeah. So first give me a mobility roll, a mobility check as you enter the room as well.
Mobility check. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember where that was at. Oh, it's right in the middle here. I just can't find the what. Oh, mobility. There we go. Did that roll?
Nope.
Oh, is there any modifiers?
Nope.
Okay.
So 2 successes. Okay, so you nimbly jump over the little fungal nodes as well, and you pick up the bone. What do you smash it against an item or on the ground, or what do you do?
I'm gonna smash it, like bang it on the wall and see if it like breaks or if it's like strong or if it's brittle or.
It does break. It kind of like easily cracks and dust particles kind of.
Interesting. Davis, let's go look in the other lab.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Before we leave, are there any like computers or anything in the lab, or it's just nothing that's on?
Yeah, no, it's all just kind of like examination stuff. As you guys look to exit, you notice that sitting in a pool sort of in the corner of black goo, you can see a tiny card sticking out of the goo.
Can we read it? Like, is it, or we have to pick it up to look at it?
As you get closer, it seems like it's one of the keycard access to the mother mainframe. It looks like one of those cards.
All right.
I'm going to pick it up.
Okay. All right. So some black goo sort of like sloughs off of it as you pick it up.
Yeah.
Maybe wipe it on your suit. Then you've got a key card.
I'm not going to wipe it on my suit. I'm going to wipe it on the wall.
Okay. Wipe it on the wall, then you you now have a key card.
Oh man, you're so much nicer than me. I would have wiped it on your suit. So I'm gonna radio Captain and hey Captain,
nope.
we're gonna leave everything be here. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it as it is.
What did you find besides the black goo?
Well, just there was 4 silver urns and some black goo. That's all we found. I didn't see much else. Everything down here is a mess. Like I said, it looked like the remains of something.
Well, don't touch anything because if it's some kind of biohazard, you could contaminate yourself.
Yeah, of course. We're being really careful down here, and we're not touching anything we don't have to. So I'm just letting you know our progress, just in case we cut out on communication or anything.
All right.
All right.
I trust you, Davis. Remember that. I trust you, Davis.
Yep, and I've earned it. So I'll continue earning your trust.
All right, so you guys are headed to science lab number 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's cut over to Stephanie before we do that. Captain Miller. So Captain Miller, you're with the crew of the Cronus outside of the cryo chambers. Standing by you is Cooper, the scientist, who keeps on claiming that he has a headache and he's complaining of a migraine. And then Reed, who has been extremely hostile towards you and your presence here on the Cronus. Is there any conversation you wish to have with them?
Reed, I would like to try it. We can try to work together here, can't we? We both have mutual things that we want. We both want everybody to just get out of here in one piece. And the best way to do that is by working together.
Well, none of you have any idea what's going on here.
Yeah, because none of you will tell us.
Well, maybe you wouldn't want to know.
Considering that we're here and that our goal is to get you off of the ship in one piece, I would very much like to know.
Well,
I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
That's not my place. You can talk to Johns. You can talk to Flynn. Or what about Mr. Cooper here?
All right, Mr. Cooper. What's the black goo in the science lab?
And when you turn to Mr. Cooper, he's like, I really need to get some water immediately. This headache is not stopping.
Wilson?
Yes, Captain Miller.
Is there any progress on that water?
Well, the water seems to be just a slow trickle. Is there, maybe you can ask one of the fellows, is there a way to get the pressure system back online?
All right. Reed?
Yeah.
Your water system appears to have no pressure and we can't get any water because of that. Is there somewhere to reboot it on this ship?
Well, we need to restore power, I assume, if there's no water pressure.
Yes, well, the problem is that all of the boards up at the main deck aren't working. There's an axe in one of them.
Well, what about on your ship?
I am not, no offense to anyone, but until I know exactly what is going on and that I'm not bringing something contagious and contaminating onto my ship, we're staying here. Best move is to fix your ship so you guys can tell me what's going on before we contaminate a second vessel.
As you say that, another person stumbles out of the cryo chambers, and he's kind of like a slight Asian man with kind of a thin mustache, and he's rubbing his eyes and kind of looking around, and he's like, "Where are we? Are we safe?" And Reed kind of looks over at him, and she's like, "Yeah, for now." And he comes over and asks you who you are, Captain, like everybody else has done. But no need to replay that. He's
Okay.
He's confused and disoriented like everyone else.
Do it.
They're all there.
Is this Flynn?
This is Flynn.
Okay.
Yep.
I heard you say that in passing, and I don't.
Also,
we haven't met them yet.
So Wilson, are you heading out of the mess lab or the mess hall?
Yeah,
now?
I'm trying to give him a glass of water, and I want to lead him back since there's nothing here. I want to lead him back up to where the rest of the crew of the Cronus is.
Okay. So he greedily takes the drink that you give him, even though it's kind of like dingy water, and he gulps it down. And then as you're kind of standing there and while he's drinking, you notice on one of the tables that there are numerous little like tinfoil origami like animals that are neatly folded and sort of set up very neatly on one of the mess hall tables.
Okay. I think I'll just take a mental note of that, but being that Johns doesn't seem in a place to talk, I'll just move on from there. Mentally note that, didn't I see a movie like this from the 20th century? He's thinking of Blade Runner. And then he's going to move Johns out to back to where the Cronus crew is.
Okay. All right. So you guys head back out. This is a good time since we've had a scene with everybody. Everybody go ahead and roll me air since you guys are all in your compression suits.
Come on, computer, don't be a bitch.
I passed.
I failed.
Okay, if you roll a face hugger, just lose 1 off of your air supply.
Oh.
I'm
Now,
losing air rapidly.
Question, just because I just want to make sure how the comms work. Do we all hear each other talk? Does for example, does Wilson know what Ryan Davis found, or is that only a one? I know they said Captain Miller. Is that a one-way thing?
I would say you guys are probably all using the same channel. You have like different channels that you can switch to basically if you wanted to talk to someone in particular, but you guys have all agreed to use one channel. And so, yeah, I'd assume you guys are communicating over that.
Okay. I just wanted to know because as he's approaching the crew, he wanted to know if everybody knows that now.
Right. All right. So let's cut back to Davis and Rye. You guys are headed into Science Lab 2. As you open up the door and the door slides open, this lab has been, it's like a charred shell of a room. Everything is blackened. There looks like there's like a huge conflagration has happened here at some point. Whatever happened here, it looks like the crew ended it real quick. It looks like they may have used an incinerator or two. You see that there's a burnt out partial remains of a drum in the room, and you also see a body buried in the debris, its arms shriveled up and clutching at its chest, and it's just like a husk of a body. And the stale air is thick with the smell of burnt rubber, plastic, and flesh.
I'm gonna check out the body.
Okay, give me an observation roll.
No modifiers?
Just the skill and the observation. So yeah,
It just asks me all the time. 1 stress.
Oh boy. Okay, so this is gonna be our first possible panic. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your current stress level and you're gonna roll a d6 and tell me what the result is.
I'm gonna use my long haul, where I can. Oh no, that's ignore a panic. Okay.
This
All
is
right.
panic.
Oh, this says nothing surprises you anymore. Once per cinematic act and once per game session, you may ignore all panic from a single roll.
Okay, so you're gonna ignore that panic.
I am.
Okay. But as you see this thing, you're kind of taken aback by it as you kind of get a closer look. And yeah, I mean, you just kind of look at it and you're like, and back up.
Okay. That's pretty nasty.
Now I have to look.
Come on. What do you think did that, Davis?
Give me an observation, Davis.
0 and 0.
So, I mean, it looks just kind of like a dead body that obviously was burnt, but that's all you see.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, maybe just like a heart attack. Maybe they just burned him as a protocol since they're having the biohazard.
And he's the only body we see in the room?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you see a big drum that looks to have, like, it's just the husk of a drum, like it's all burnt out, and then just the room is, I mean, just burnt to a crisp, charred everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe they were just sterilizing.
This is a little bit more than sterilizing.
Yeah. Can I scan the room for anything valuable or see if there's any nooks and crannies that didn't get completely charred, or locked cabinets maybe that were fireproof?
So there's not really a search roll or anything in this game. It's just kind of like if you're in the room, you pretty much see what you see or get what you're going to get, whatever's in that room. So yeah, there's nothing really else to see here besides what you got.
Okay. Well, Rye, I think we struck out on this one, but I'm definitely, I'll split that silver urn with you. Let's keep trudging along. Let's see what else we can find.
Okay. Do you want to check out the med bay before we go back to see the captain? I saw the sign for it on the wall.
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe there's some instruments or valuable samples or chemicals or medications.
There's always a market for medications.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are headed to the med lab?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's cut back over to Wilson. Wilson, we'll say that you arrive with Johns back to the cryo chambers with Captain Miller and the crew of the Cronus. So you walk up and you see them all talking.
Okay. So I haven't met Cooper yet, so I'd like to introduce myself to Cooper.
Okay. Cooper, he seems like very out of it, holding his head, and he's like, he kind of looks at you as you approach him.
Cooper, my name is John Wilson. I'm sorry to meet you under such unpleasant circumstances.
It's fine. Fine.
And I know you're in pain and uncomfortable, and we are working on a solution to get you food and water. But in order to rescue you, we do need to know what has happened here. What is the nature of this parasite?
Is there some place that we could sit down? Do you have any water or anything?
I can take you back to the mess hall. I can get you a cup of water out of the low pressure sink.
Captain Miller or Wilson, do either one of you guys have any medical aid? I think is the skill.
Let me look. I have a 1.
Okay.
I have a 1 as well.
Okay. So in lieu of a glass of water, if you guys want to roll a medical aid, that will, mechanically, that can bring him, like, ready to speak, kind of.
Okay. So, yeah, I didn't get any successes.
I did enough.
Oh, I got 1 stress. Is that what that means? The facehugger?
Yep. So give me a 1d6, add your stress level.
Okay. Oh, I just rolled it. So you mean you want me to?
No, that's fine. And then what's your current stress is 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, nothing happens. Yeah, you get a little panicked, kind of checking him out. He like his hyperventilating and his just disorientation. I guess is sort of getting to you.
Okay. Do I gain another stress level for rolling a stress?
It's actually a good question. I'm not sure. We'll say no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess what I'm trying to do isn't working. We still need answers. As tired as you are, we are going to rescue you, but I agree with Captain Miller. We need to know what we're bringing on board.
Yes. All right. Well,
we can go somewhere to talk if you'd like.
I suppose the mess hall, and
I'll get you that slow cup of water.
Yes, please.
Wilson, was the mess hall secure?
Yes, Captain.
Nothing weird or gross or
no,
out of the ordinary?
No.
All right, then we will. I vote we all go to the mess hall then, as a group.
Reed is like, well, I'm gonna go check on my belongings, and I'll meet up with you guys over there.
I like that situation. Are you worried about your stuff?
Is Flynn and Johns following along? Or are they staying?
Flynn and Johns will come with you along with Cooper.
Okay, so as we're walking, I'd like to ask Flynn. Flynn, nice to meet you, John Wilson. What was your role what is your role in the ship?
Well, I'm the medic on the Cronus.
Do you know where you have medical supplies? Do you know of anything we can use to help you in your current state?
The med lab, maybe.
Okay, so do we know where the med lab is?
You have the schematic, so yeah, it's near the science wing.
Is that where close where Ryan and Davis are?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll just calm real fast and say, Rye, Davis, I'm with Flynn here. He's the medic. He says that there's possibly medical supplies in the med lab. Do you think you can possibly swing by there? Captain Miller, if that is all right with you.
Yes, I want them to bring back anything that could be potentially useful, because we don't know what we're dealing with.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see what we can find.
Excuse me, guys, 1 second. I have a screaming cat I need to go deal with really quick.
All right, so Wilson, Captain Miller, and the Cronus crew will head to the mess hall. Let's cut back over to Davis and Rye. So you guys find your way to the med lab. I assume you guys open the door and go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So within this room are 2 older generation Pauling Medpods. One has its plexiglass tube splintered and shattered as if something had broken out of it. So it's shattered. You can see like shards of glass on the ground. The other is sealed and lit from within, but the entire inner surface of the plexiglass is covered in thick, dried blood. There's a row of large specimen jars. Floating within 2 of them are 2 small alien creatures. On a far shelf is a smaller specimen jar without liquid containing some of those fungal nodes that you guys saw in Science Lab 1. That can be found in various areas of the ship. On the desk next to that is an open metallic urn with 4 organic-looking glass vials that are inside the urn. 3 of those are intact with some kind of black liquid within them, and the 4th is cracked open and empty.
Huh.
That the black goo in those urns. I'm gonna peer in the one that's broken.
Okay.
Do I see anything like down inside of it?
No, it's just clear and just broken
It's just
out.
clear and empty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like there's something that was in there. Okay.
Does it look like it was broken purposefully, like cracked open, or like dropped and broken?
You would guess that something may have burst out of it because it's intact, yeah, I would say you could probably guess that something burst out of it because I mean there's like glass shards.
Is the glass on the floor or is the glass in the machine?
On the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like kind of exploded outward, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just immediately go to any sort of medicine cabinet, any sort of place they would keep any things for people.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the one of the intact vials of the black substance and kind of like hold it up to the light and see if I, kind of look at it and see what it is.
Okay. So, Davis, you find 4 personal med kits. You find some surgical instruments and dice. You find 3 doses of never sleep pills, hydration, and naproleve. Those are all found in the cabinets.
One of each or 3 of each?
3 of each. So 3 never sleep pills, 3 hydration pills, and 3 naproleve pills.
Okay.
And then Rye, as you're taking a look at the vial, you kind of hold it up to the light, and it's impenetrable. Like a lot of light doesn't shine through. Again, you're not a scientist, so you're not really sure what to look for. It just kind of looks like it's a thick black goo.
Davis, you think this stuff is valuable?
What? Sorry. Probably. You know what? I would maybe stick it back in the urn and we could throw the urn in with the other stuff that you took.
All right,
I bet we can find a buyer.
I'll pick up the other urn and take it with me. Is there any of this inoculation stuff that they were talking about sitting
I don't
around, or
see anything. So far, I mean, all I found was these med kits.
So what do you guys relay to us on comm? Just so.
Yeah, we just checked out the med bay and you said you need some water. Looks like I got 2 doses of hydration.
Yeah, water, hydration, food, anything to help these.
Yeah, that's the only thing we found, though. I mean,
bring it down to the mess hall.
Pretty empty.
Bring everything to the mess hall.
We gotta give them something, Davis.
Yeah.
They know there's something in the med bay. It's not gonna be empty.
Captain Miller, we also found a couple med kits hiding out here, so we'll bring those up.
Yeah, just bring everything to the mess hall.
All right.
Okay, so there's still a couple things in here that you haven't checked yet. So there's again that
the bloody one.
Yeah, the Medpod, the bloody Medpod that you can't tell what's inside. And then
Davis, I open this one. You open the other one. You look at the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. Let's I just need to take a quick bathroom break, so like 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay,
cool.
I'm timing you. 30 seconds is impressive.
30 seconds is impressive for anybody.
I'm just saying, like, I give my students 2 minutes at least,
Yeah, that's a good DM tip, right? A trick right there. You say you got to go to the restroom because you got to think real fast.
Stalling. He's just right off camera.
I've used
Since
it
we have the
before.
time.
I've used it before a few times. Just say I just need a few, like 2 minutes, just to have just 2 minutes of not engaging and thinking real fast. And usually when I come back from that, I'm like, I got it. I know exactly what's going to happen right now. So
That's awesome.
Oh,
All right, so Davis, you approach the Medpod, and again, it's covered in blood. You crack it open.
Yeah.
Okay. As you open it up, you find the remains of what looks to be kind of humanoid. So it's it looks to be like a person, but their lower torso has been completely dissected. So it's opened up. Their skin is sort of pinned back. And then you also notice that their skull has been opened, and the skull seems to be sort of like elongated, like it's larger than a human head. And again, there's like a part where they drilled into the head, and there's like brain exposed.
What the heck is that?
It looks like they were operating on something back here, right? And I'm just like, I'm like really drowsy, and I feel really like just meh. I'm gonna like look around and see if there was like any anesthetics or anything that they were using on the actual thing they were operating on.
Okay. So as you kind of take a look at the Medpod around you, and you're looking around, suddenly you hear something on the Medpod like lurch. You hear like it kind of creak, and then as you like look up, this thing is suddenly sitting up. So go ahead and everyone roll me 2d6. Everybody's present. So Rye and Davis. Okay, so as it awakes, Davis, you kind of lift yourself to look at this thing, and it lunges at you. So if you want, you can use your fast action to block this attack, Davis.
Mm-hmm.
It's lunging at you right now.
Yeah, so diving wouldn't be like a fast action, like block would be the fast action.
Yeah, block would be the fast action. So if you use like your fast action to like aim or something, you can't block. But because you haven't gone yet, you can use your block right now as it's kind of reaching out to attack you.
Yeah, I'm gonna block.
Okay, so roll me a close combat roll.
Okay.
And tell me how many successes you get.
Oh no.
I'm worried about Davis.
Zero.
Zero.
That's a zero. No stress though, so we're chilling. We're cool as a cucumber.
Okay. Unfortunately, this thing grabs a hold of you. It grabs a hold of your arm, and with tremendous strength, you just feel it like yank down on your arm, completely pulling it out of its socket. Let's see here.
Oh no.
Take 1 damage.
Okay, just 1 damage?
Just 1 damage, and you have a critical injury. This thing yanks your arm clean off, and blood just spurts out. You no longer have the use of your arm, and you are bleeding severely from your arm socket.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Before
Am I
I
awake?
respond, is the alien still legs flayed and pinned, or whatever it is? The creature still flayed and pinned to the thing, so he can't move. Is that correct?
When he lifts his torso up, the skin kind of tears away where it had been where it had been pinned down, and just kind of rips all that away, and it just kind of inhumanly sits up. But yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's not in good condition. It's obviously injured.
Is it bleeding from that stuff? Like, is there?
It's all dried blood at this point. No.
Okay,
Are we hearing screaming from the other end? Are Wilson and I hearing screaming?
Well, let's see. Because the first action was just this thing kind of like rising up and then just yanking on his arm. So you guys both have an action. You guys can decide who goes first.
Well, so I used my quick action, right? So
So now you have a slow action. So now you can do a slow action to fire your weapon, to run away if you want. You can perform medical aid on yourself, I guess.
I don't think that's very. Can I pull him? Can I pull him away from this thing that's now? Is his arm ripped off, or is it just pulled out of socket?
It ripped it off. So this thing has his arm like in its hand.
Can I grab him on the shoulder and like pull him back and like head towards the door and shut the door?
Yeah, sure.
The medbay door.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I would like to. I would like to use my action to do that.
Davis, take a stress. So gain 1 stress for having your arm ripped off, and then
one though.
And then
Just
also
one.
give me a panic roll as well. So give me a roll of d6 plus your current stress level.
Okay. Wow, that's a 7.
All right, so you have a nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you, which means Rye, increases by 1. So you guys both take another stress.
Oh. Okay. While he's pulling me, can I also just take out my incinerator and just like blast this thing?
One arm. Is it left arm or right arm?
Can you use it with only one arm?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think you can use the incinerator with one arm. No, you can use a pistol, and I think that's about it.
And I don't have a weapon.
It doesn't say what arm, so I'll let Davis choose which arm he wants to lose.
Unfortunately, I would have blocked with my dominant arm. I mean, if we're just thinking like reflexively dominant arm up.
Holy crap.
I like that. So you put up your
so
arm to
fun.
block, and this thing just grabs it and just yanks it right off your body, and then you scream out in pain, and then Rye
Davis is
grabs
never
Davis,
gonna write again.
backing up.
Yeah, like by his collar, and like pulls him towards the door.
And as you're yanking him out, like Davis is trying to pull out his incinerator, like fumbling with it, like probably screaming his head off.
We are hearing the screaming then.
We'll say at this point you hear the screaming, yeah.
What the?
Well, actually, I'm not sure you guys would hear it because you guys are on a whole deck up. You guys are on deck A. Oh no!
Yeah, but would we hear it through the comms?
But our comms aren't live. They're not open.
they're
we
not
just
live?
we turn them on and off to
Exactly.
talk to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of purposely turned them off, saying we're going to take this, we're going to take that. Don't say anything.
This is
So-
what
Yeah.
happens for being sneaky, Davis.
Well,
Oh no.
Okay, so we resolved. Let's say we resolved that situation for now. You've got him out of the med lab. You're closing the door. We'll cut to
Yeah.
Wilson and Miller as you guys are heading to the mess hall. So you guys arrive at the mess hall. Wilson, do you start pouring a glass of water or something for?
Yeah, I've been trying to run that slow trickling sink to get a glass of water to Cooper.
Okay.
Wilson, didn't I ask you if there was anything weird in this room?
Yes, Captain. What?
You don't consider the body with its head blown off weird?
Oh, I probably should have mentioned that.
Probably should have mentioned.
So Wilson
Probably should have
had,
mentioned it. Yeah, you probably should have mentioned it.
Wilson had his mind on the origami animals
He's like,
and didn't
Jesus.
think that was really weird.
Which one of the crew are with us again? I can't remember. I know Reed ran off.
Yeah. So Reed is not with you. Flynn, Johns, and Cooper are with you.
Who the fuck is that? And why is his face gone?
That I understand it's Jacob. So I apologize, Captain.
So why wasn't Jacobs in cryosleep? Why was he out here?
And when Flynn sees Jacobs, he's like, "Oh God!" and he kind of loses it too.
Oh, lovely vomit.
Yes, I
That's what we
apologize.
need. The dehydrated people to be more dehydrated.
I thought the crew was aware.
They were in cryo. How would they?
I thought
you
that
didn't think
perhaps
that I
this-
needed to be aware?
I apologize for that, Captain. Maybe I just what I find shocking, sadly, and what some of the things we've done, and the other missions we've been on, I've been desensitized, I guess.
And then at that moment, you hear a blood curdling cry from further into the ship. Ah!
Wilson, stay here with them. I will be back. Shoves a gun at him.
You give me a gun?
Yes.
Is it like the pistol?
I'm trying to remember which guns I had. I ended up.
No,
with
he already has a gun. I gave him a gun last time.
And then he threw it
And I
at me.
gave it back to
Oh.
Miller last time.
Oh,
So
that's
now
right.
I've given it back, and I'm like, I will be back.
Yeah,
And
'cause
take
I-
another gun.
And so I just kind of put the gun in. I don't know if I have a holster or just put it in the small of my back, wherever I would store a weapon.
Okay.
And I would just turn to Cooper as I'm hoping that the glass of water is almost filled by this point.
Yeah, we'll say it is.
And I'll hand it to him.
Okay.
And the second he starts sipping, I'm going to start asking questions. So.
Okay, he starts.
I will be back.
He starts drinking greedily from it. We'll come back to that in just 1 second. Let's cut over to Rye and Davis. So Rye, you're lugging Davis away from the med lab. Where are you headed?
I'm gonna reach down into his bag because he didn't say he found some med kits. I'm gonna see if I can have a med kit that I can stop the bleeding on his arm.
Okay, yeah, and at this point it's bleeding profusely, dark red blood. So like this is a wound that you're gonna need to stop, otherwise it could be fatal. So
Davis, I need you to stay with me here.
Yeah, no worries. I take out the never sleep pills that I have found.
Don't do that.
Don't do
I'll
that.
pop them.
Don't
Don't do that.
don't do that. All right, I'm gonna roll my medical aid.
okay, Davis, go ahead and give me a. You can relieve your stress by 1
Okay.
after taking this.
Oh, wow, I feel much better.
Medical aid, I got 3 successes.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So
Nice.
you're able with the med kit to staunch the bleeding, and he appears to be stable. I mean, he's obviously missing an arm and has further problems ahead of him, but for right now, he's not in immediate. He's not going to die.
Dr. Miller.
I'm on my way. I heard a scream. What the hell happened?
Yeah, we encountered a biological.
Biological?
Biological, yeah, in medbay. We're not sure what it was. Davis had a small encounter with him.
How small?
And, just a couple fingers worth. And so yeah, so he's kind of down right now. So I've stabilized him, but I don't think we should talk about it over the open channel. I'm worried the crew is listening, and I don't think they're telling us everything we need to know about what's going on.
I will be there in less than a minute.
I can shut off my comms.
No,
I'm with the crew.
Yeah, but what if they're listening in?
They don't they're not in spacesuits, so they wouldn't be able to hear what you guys are saying to each other. They're just walking.
But we don't
around
know
and-
where all of them are.
True.
I will be there in a minute.
Rye, I am with all the present crew members that are here with us, except for Reed.
And where's Reed?
She says she's gathering her belongings.
She doesn't trust us not to rob her blind.
And we're sure that's what she's doing right now, and not going.
What happened to Davis?
There was a biological. He's a
biological.
He's been disarmed.
Do you mean biological dog, bear?
An unknown biological, sir.
An alien.
A
Are you saying that
xenomorph?
there's an alien on this ship?
Are you saying you have a confirmed sighting of a xenomorph?
I'm saying that there is something down here that I don't know what it is.
What, Wilson?
Yeah, well, you've read the company manual.
Definitely did that. Yep.
Before you left, I gave you the manual.
Yeah, I looked through it. Just refresh my memory.
Are you okay, Davis?
Does he sound okay to you?
No, I'm fine. It's
He's
fine.
He's lost some blood. We may not be all with it.
Miller is just running at this point, like through the hall.
Which is funny because eventually Davis is going to walk in the room with one less arm.
Yeah, well, Miller's gonna see him with one less arm first.
Well, Miller, I'd say you're already there. Like, we'll say that you
What
arrive
the
and
fuck
you
happened
see
to
them in the
you?
hallway.
Disarmed. He's literally missing an arm. Our pilot is armless.
Well, no, I have one arm. I'm not armless.
He's he might also be medicated.
We're taking you up to the mess hall.
I think someone needs to go into that room, though. There's definitely a thing in there.
Yes, there's definitely a thing in there, but guess what? We're not going into that room
Yeah,
until
but
I have all
he's
of the
gonna
weapons.
he's gonna need some medical attention, and unless we're taking him to our ship, the med bay is probably the best place to do that. Because the science labs, well, they're not really a place we could use either.
Yeah, Rye has a point.
What's wrong with this ship?
Those are pretty wrecked. Can what do you here? I have my incinerator. Might be useful here.
I have a much smaller weapon, don't I?
I don't remember the allocation of the weapons. I
don't know. I think
remember.
I think I had the Volt gun.
Okay.
Yeah, which is much smaller.
I believe I have shotgun shells.
And you guys have a pulse rifle with 1 reload too.
Yep.
We gave that to what's his face?
Chan?
Oh, to Sham?
Cham has that, and then Rye, I think, had the harpoon gun.
No, I had the pistol and I gave it to Wilson.
Yeah, but remember, we didn't want to give Wilson a weapon at first, so we gave you 2.
Oh, I have a harpoon gun. Fantastic.
And then I took the Volt gun. So,
Game Mother, while they're talking about that, can I talk to the people in front of me? Only because I know they're working that out.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna have like my comm, like basically like I'm hearing them, but I'm no longer. After I said xenomorph and told Davis, didn't you read the manual? I realized that probably the crew is looking at me or like hearing me say something. So I'm just gonna listen, but not talk to them anymore. But whenever we get a chance, I'd like to address them.
Okay. So let me just get a clarification from these 3. So you guys are headed back to, are you guys coming to the mess hall with Davis?
I think we need to go in this room. I'm gonna pull can I pull the motion tracker out?
Sure.
I don't have the harpoon, I have the motion tracker.
Oh, that's right, you do have the motion tracker. Who had the harpoon?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the motion tracker out and show her that he's still moving in the room. So, or see if I can.
So you're gonna use the motion tracker?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a roll of 5 stress die. It's the same sort of thing. It has a power of 5 right now, so every use you roll it. If you roll a failure, then the battery is used by 1.
Oh, so like 5d6, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, stress die, so it's got to be.
Oh, stress die.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, how many? I'm rolling 5?
5, yeah, because it has a battery power of 5.
Cool.
So it's down to a battery power of 4.
I had 3 successes.
Yeah, we're just looking for the failures, just for the face huggers. Yeah.
Okay.
So where are you aiming the motion tracker? Are you aiming it like toward the front of the ship?
Kind of in the general direction of the science lab to kind of show her like there's something there.
Of the med lab? You want to show her the thing that was in the med pod?
Yeah, to make sure he's still there. Like we can go in there and kill him right now, or do something so we can use the med bay.
Okay, so you wield the motion tracker and aim it toward the med bay door, and then you show the captain. And captain, you see a little blip on it. It's stationary. It's not moving, but it's like blinking, like as if it might be like writhing or something.
Okay.
In place.
See, look, this is how it works. And then I'm gonna like scan around and see if there's any other motion.
All right.
Oh, no.
Well, since the bolt gun and the incinerator are both relatively distant weapons, you take the incinerator, I will take the bolt gun, and we will deal with this. And then I am going to kill the people who will not tell me the truth.
And then Rye, as you move that motion tracker through the rest of the ship, you do catch movement as you kind of like move toward the front of the ship. It's difficult to say where the movement is coming from. It's not like a precise location, but you just see that there's like.
See, Captain, there's the rest of our people, like in that direction.
All right. Well, let's deal with this now.
All right. I'm gonna put it away.
We'll go deal with all of the insubordinate, untruthful humans on this freaking ship.
And what do you have? You have like a stunner?
I have a bolt gun.
Volt.
I'm not entirely sure what that does, but
The bolt gun.
yeah.
Like fires bolts, like
The bolt gun is is sort of like an improvised weapon that's like it's a trucker's tool that you've turned into like a makeshift bolt gun. So it fires one shot, but you have to reload after every single shot. So it's not like a true weapon. It's sort of like an improvised like tool that you've turned into a firearm.
I feel like I'm in BioShock. I would hand that over to Rye and pick up the incinerator from Davis.
Okay. And you guys your plan is to go back in the med pod?
I don't see another option. I don't want Davis to die.
Okay. Let's cut over to Wilson. So you get your moment here to talk to the crew while they're busy clearing out the med pod. What do you say?
Okay, so he's cut it after he said, xenomorph and told Davis, and so he said, okay, it's confirmed. There's a xenomorph here. Cooper, I need some answers. What is the nature? What is the nature of this? I need you to clear your head, man.
What the hell is a xenomorph?
An alien. Is this your parasite?
Yes. You see, we went to these ruins. We countered a compound. God, my head hurts. Does anybody have any drugs or something?
Well, they were on their way, but apparently our crew has encountered an alien. Is this thing in the med bay the parasite?
Possibly. I don't know. I would have to see it.
Are you okay?
I'm having some trouble concentrating.
Okay, John's Flynn.
Yeah, and they both look concerned, like looking at Cooper, like as he starts to slur his words and seems to be in apparent discomfort.
Is this normal for him? Is this how he is?
No. Flynn just kind of shakes his head and like takes a step back. He's like, no.
Okay. You two, tell me what's going on. What's aboard this ship?
Well,
spell it out.
We don't know. It's this is Flynn who pipes up talking. He says we found a compound on in the 26 Cronus system. We had an infestation within the crew. We had to leave the site quickly, and I don't know. We don't have a lot of answers. We went into
what's in the med bay?
I have no idea.
Do you have samples? Do you have
Cooper knows, and he like as they look over at Cooper's like.
Okay, so I say we should probably join the others in the med bay. You look like you need help, Cooper. I imagine the medicine is there. Cooper, have you been infected? So I'm just going to kind of grab his shoulders and kind of, okay, come on. Okay, Flynn, Johns, can you lead us to the med bay?
Yes. And they both look concerned, and they'll like wave you through toward the med bay.
Okay.
All right, let's cut to the other party. So you guys, Captain Miller, you have the incinerator in hand. Okay, are you leading in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be really pissed if I die.
You don't trust Rye to go first? That's fine.
Captain, isn't it the captain's duty to put herself in the line of fire before her people?
No, you're a businesswoman.
Yeah, true. Never mind. Rye, you go first.
It might be the first time that Stephanie dies in a game.
Quit enjoying this, Jonathan. That does lead me to a question, though. What happens when we die? Do we just like pick up another character?
Well, that's a logical question.
You get to be a xenomorph and attack everyone else.
You're first, Adam.
All right, so Rye, are you going in first?
I'm gonna walk in first, so I'm gonna hit the button on the door.
That slides open. You know what to expect. This thing is like it's sitting up on out of that Medpod, and as you come in, it turns and like growls at you like a huge roar.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna walk over to it because the bolt gun will actually launch a bolt, right?
Correct. Yep.
So I'm gonna walk over to it and bolt gun its chest to the like where I think its heart would be. I'm gonna bolt gun it to the table. Okay.
So we'll just say, just for the sake of it, that you put this thing out of its misery. It's not difficult. It's already weakened. Its brain is exposed. So you just plug a bolt into its chest, its head, and it just kind of like dies.
No, it's chest.
It's chest. Okay, and it dies.
Wilson?
Yes, Captain. On my way.
Oh, good. Bring all those people with you because they have some fucking explaining to do.
Yes, they are with me. And can you alert the others? Cooper doesn't look well.
Ooh, get that
I don't
book
know how
ready.
to alert Reed, and we can't get a signal through into the ventilation system.
Yeah, where is Chan with the ventilation?
We don't know. We can't get through to him.
Well, you guys haven't tried to contact Cham, have you?
I thought we all decided that since Tom's not here, we just can't contact him.
Well, the story is continuing on whether Tom is here or not. So if you guys want to,
Yeah, true.
if you want to radio Cham, you can do that.
Yeah. Hey,
Sure enough.
Cham, how about that air?
That's
Yeah, air would be nice right about now.
so that's Davis. You're the one who.
Davis is
Yeah.
drug, so we're gonna give him that.
Okay.
Right, James is high as hell probably right now.
After
Yeah, he took.
after a couple minutes, there's no response from Cham.
Fuck.
Well,
Rye, I need you to go see if you can find that Reed person and tell her to get her ass down here.
Captain.
Yes?
I'm not sure where that is. Are they in the Are they in the?
The personal quarters. Didn't we pass by them to get here?
Isn't
Yeah,
Cham?
but I don't know who this Reed person is.
Tall, female, buff.
Captain, I don't mean to dissent. He's on his. I'm still on my way, but he's like, their sickness of this crew might be related to the air. I don't know where Cham is, but shouldn't we make that priority one, and also getting the power back online?
We can't do any of that stuff until we know what the hell is going on.
Well, fuck
You
Reed.
have
I got 3 people behind me.
You have to pass through the crew quarters in order to get here, don't you?
I'm not sure.
He does, doesn't he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get Reed on your way.
Okay. Very well, Captain.
Oh, Jesus. Let's try to get Davis onto a clean table.
Be nice if we could use that Medpod that he has right there.
Well, if I had access to the computers, that'd be nice too.
You guys do
Yes,
have.
yes, it was.
You got. This isn't Wilson. It's me talking. You guys do have a key card now. So.
I'm aware.
Not that Adam is telling anybody.
Oh, he hasn't told anybody. Okay.
I mean, I'm not playing my other character, but like, we want to go and see the computers first.
All right.
Right. I just show her. Just give her the card.
Card. What card?
Captain, we found some sort of pass in one of the rooms.
And you neglected to tell me?
Didn't come up.
I asked you if you found anything interesting. That falls under that category.
We didn't know what it did.
It worked first. We didn't know. Yeah, we didn't know where it went.
Okay, well, we know now that it's probably useful. Don't hide shit in a life and death situation.
Wait, Rice said it didn't come up.
You cocky bastard.
Lose it over here.
All right.
I
so
don't like the captain.
Can't we just send all of our animosity towards Wilson and work together?
As the captain's kind of chastising Rye, I'm gonna slip another never sleep pill.
Nice. Good.
You're
Good.
wasted.
All right. So let me just get so everybody's still in the med lab. Rye, Davis, and Miller, and then Wilson. As you come back from the mess hall, you're checking out the living quarters.
I'm passing through. I don't tell Captain Miller this, but I'm not making a special stop to try to find Reed. If she's not in sight or in conversation, I'm trying to get to the med lab as fast as possible.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're kind of walking through those living quarters and looking into the room, like just kind of a passing glance, John's is kind of like, we need to get Cooper to the med lab immediately.
I agree.
All right. So they rush over toward the med lab. You guys are like right there. The living quarters are very close to where the med lab is. So you guys see them. Wilson, you guys see Miller, Davis, and Rye sort of standing in the threshold, entering the med lab. And then you see sort of like a dead body kind of in the back in one of the med pods. So you guys are all
Wilson?
together.
Okay.
Welcome to our hellish time.
I'm gonna wave at them with my good arm.
Davis, quit moving. You've lost an arm for
Oh
God's
wait,
sake.
hold on. This one's my good arm. Hey guys. Things got a
Hey,
little
dog?
weird. Maybe give us a hand.
I'm gonna walk
Rye,
over.
take away his medication.
Yeah. Sure, Captain. I'm gonna walk over and look at his arm on the floor and see if it's like how damaged are we talking? Like, could we try to reattach this, or like, is there any sort of like computerized equipment in the room that could like help him like that?
Yeah, there's two Medpods. One is destroyed.
One is damaged.
Yeah, and then the other one is the one where you just shot the thing that woke up. So you could use that like to help Davis, but I mean it's obviously
not at the arm retaching level though, right?
Yeah, probably not. I mean that would be like a serious surgery basically.
Okay.
And this Medpod doesn't look in perfect working condition either. I mean, there's blood everywhere.
I just shot a bolt through it, so
that too.
That probably didn't help.
I am gonna reload my bolt gun. Just single shot. Anything interesting about the alien that over there? Beyond what you've told us already?
You're gonna take a closer look at it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an observation roll.
Oh.
And go ahead, Captain Miller. What were you gonna say?
Is Flynn the medical officer? Is that what you said?
He's a medic. Yeah.
He's a medic.
Yeah. The Cooper is the main scientist.
Okay. What did you see?
You notice that the thing in the Medpod has extremely long arms, almost like an orangutan or a chimpanzee, like longer than a human. Like it's just they're extended.
Is it skin like? Does it look pinky like human skin? Is it?
It's kind of grayish, and his head obviously again, like I told this to you guys when I first described it, but his head is kind of like distended, sort of
distended.
Big.
I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
So I just want to get Cooper some attention.
Okay.
So like Flynn, help me. Is there a clean table or somewhere I can put him on?
Yeah, there's like an examination table maybe that you can get him toward.
Okay, so it's just like Flynn, come on, help me. Something's wrong with him.
Flynn. Okay, so Flynn takes a look at him, and at this point, Cooper is like holding his head and almost seems non-responsive. He turns to talk to you, and it's just like, and Flynn like backs up as you say, "Come help me."
Come on, Flynn. What's the holdup?
All right. I'm gonna read like a little bit of a cutscene here. So I'll just read it, and then at the end of it, you guys can give me your reaction, okay? So as you guys are looking at Cooper again, he's and then suddenly you see blood seeping out of his nose and ears. His bloody eyes roll over white, and he starts to convulse, and he writhes against the wall. As you and the crew rush to hold him down, you guys notice that the Cronus crew backs away instead. Busy trying to help the convulsing scientist, you don't stop to ask them why. In the depths of a seizure now, Cooper flails about at everything and everyone. And then with a sickening pop and a bloody splash,
oh hell no!
His eyeball launches from his face and smacks Wilson before bouncing across the floor and rolling under a cryotube. This time you pause, trying to process exactly what you're seeing. A slender, gore-covered arm pushes its way out of Cooper's empty eye socket, reaches around and tugs at his distended mouth as spindly white fingers yank his teeth back. Cooper does not scream. It's clear that he's no longer in his head anymore. Something else is, and it wants out. Flesh tears and tendons snap as the thing inside his splintered skull pulls his face open right at the jawline. Finally, a thick, gurgling sound wells up inside Cooper as his head is ripped from his body, his neck gushing as whatever was inside him plops to the floor in a burst of blood. And then you hear someone say, "Kill it! Kill it now!" Someone yells. The translucent white thing on the floor sloughs off its placenta, struggling to stand on all four wobbly, fawn-like legs, shaking brain matter from its spiky hide. The bloodburster turns its bulbous, eyeless head towards you and crouches.
I would like to set it on fire immediately.
So everybody roll initiative, first of all.
I was like, I'm right in front of it, so I'm immediately pulling that pistol that Captain Miller gave me, and I'm just ready to take a shot.
Is it a D6?
Roll 2d6.
2d6.
There's a button for it too.
Oh, my bad.
I would like to kill it with fire.
Except Captain Miller rolled a 6.
Told you I'm determined to live.
We also got a 10, so I'm pulling that gun right from my small leg back and ready to take aim.
Okay, Wilson's gonna be 1, Rye 2, Captain Miller 3, Davis 4. So that would be Captain Miller. Captain Miller, this thing again kind of stands up on its spindly legs, and then it jumps at you, showing its razor sharp teeth, and it begins to hiss. So go ahead and give me a panic roll. Do you have a stress? Yeah. Well, actually, first before you do that,
No, I don't actually.
everybody take 1 stress for
Surprisingly.
seeing what happened to Cooper. And then go ahead and give me a panic roll, Captain Miller. So D6 plus your current stress level.
Okay, so just hit the panic button.
Yes, I think so. If your stress is up to date, that should work.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So a 6. I think you're still good with the 6. So yeah, you're freaked out, but this thing is like hissing at you. So Steph, you have first action. This thing is on top of you. I mean,
I
right
want
in
to
front
set
of
it
you.
on fire.
Okay. So
Because I have the incinerator. I want to set it on fire.
all right. So give me a ranged attack roll. There's no bonus for the incinerator weapon, so it's just whatever your ranged combat is. Give me a roll.
What? Oh fuck! I failed. Shit.
So take another.
Hey guys, I actually messed up here. This roll from Stephanie of the face hugger on her stress die actually should have signaled a reload that she was out of ammo. I instead had it trigger a panic roll, which was incorrect. Had I to do it over again, I probably would have said that she obviously unloaded her canister because of her panic in seeing this thing. Would not have hit because she didn't roll any successes, but she would have been out of ammunition and had to reload. As it stands, I had to roll on the panic dice and she just sort of froze. So I guess it worked out either way.
Take an additional stress and roll panic dice. So 2 stress and then give me a panic roll.
Panic roll was 8.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm gonna fucking die.
You start
I
to
expect y'all.
You start to
avenge me if I
tremble.
die.
You start to tremble as this thing is hissing at you. All your skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops. So I think ranged combat is agility, correct?
I
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and I only have a 1 to begin with.
So you turn to put this incinerator on and you start shaking as it's like hissing at you and as it's just freaking you out. And you don't even get to pull the trigger. You just kind of like you back up and you basically lose your action to panic.
Fumble.
Next up is Trevor, the one-armed Mr. Davis.
They're
Miss
gonna
Davis.
save me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stomp this thing.
So you're gonna just close combat, get up to it, and try and stomp it.
You're gonna curb stomp an
drugs.
alien?
Yeah, I have nothing. I'm all cranked up on never sleep. Let's go for it.
All right. So give me a close
My
combat
buddy
roll.
is so high he doesn't realize what he's doing.
Don't do
All
drugs,
right.
kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kid.
All right. Do I add this strength modifier to it or no?
Did he
It says
actually
0.
succeed?
So,
You succeeded.
Yes. Yeah. There's also a.
Curb stomped an alien.
so you got 1 success.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you did, Trevor, is you rolled your 2 dice for the strength, but you also rolled 2 stress dice because your stress level's at 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to the system. That makes sense.
Yeah, me too. I figure it out by looking at what the roll actually was. So yeah, so those 2 yellow dice are stress dice because you're at a 2.
Hey, one of my stress dice was the success dice though, so that's cool.
That's what it seems like the system is. You're stressed, so you do things because you're stressed. It can actually help you, but it also can hurt you.
So
Sometimes, yes.
as you stomp this thing, it's sort of a glancing blow. So mechanically what I did is I rolled the armor and the armor absorbed the hit, but you kind of like, you do land, but it's just kind of a glancing blow and it seems to just kind of go off the side of it. All right, so next is
Up your eye.
the thing is going again here. So let me roll
Oh no.
once again.
Oh no.
Don't take Davis's other arm.
So Davis, as you stomp it, this thing sort of like jumps back and then skitters across the floor and like goes out the medbay doors
Oh shit.
and scampers off like out of sight.
I'm gonna turn to Rye and Wilson. Really? Nothing? I had to stomp it?
My
Was it-
response is literally just to grab Johns and shake him, go, what the hell was that?
Wilson will just yell out, close the doors, close the doors.
Okay, so you shut the doors closed, and Johns is like that's the parasite. That's the parasite. That's why you guys need the inoculation.
Oh, a lot of good it did your buddy.
And
Flynn pipes up. He's like, I don't understand. We were all inoculated. I don't know. And he looks at Cooper's kind of lifeless body on the ground and is like, I don't understand what could have happened. He was inoculated too.
What did you inject into yourself? How do you create inoculation against an alien that apparently goes into you from the inside? Did you take bits of alien to create your inoculation? Because you could have all just doomed yourself.
We don't know all the answers. We know that
Don't know.
it was started from the compound that we picked up on in the 26 Cronus system.
Oh, so
Who
you guys
started that?
Well, that's what we were there for. That's why we were
Who
there.
on your crew
Ooh.
was in charge of this inoculation?
Well, Cooper was the one, but I helped with the testing and I helped develop it as well.
So you could be an alien incubator.
No, the inoculation works.
And you,
I
Obviously
don't.
not.
Captain,
Yes, Wilson.
I think I apologize for saying this, Flynn, but I think you need to be isolated. You'll be taken care of, but I believe you need to be isolated.
At this point,
Clearly
I'm also
your
leaving on this
inoculation-
fucking ship.
Clearly your inoculation did not work.
Who are you saying that to? Just Flynn?
To Flynn and to we have Flynn and we have Johns. That's the only two with us.
Yeah.
We don't have Reed.
He's like, what are you talking?
Oh shit, Reed's outside.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We're inoculated. You all need to be isolated. You all need the inoculation.
But
We are not the ones popping out aliens.
Did you not say Cooper was inoculated?
Yes. Yeah. We thought
Well,
yes. He.
Then
Clearly-
obviously it's not worth a damn.
Clearly your inoculation is not working.
No, that's not right. That's not right. I did
Well,
the test.
we just saw the evidence. Flynn.
There's got to be some explanation. There needs to be some explanation. This is.
Well, one of your aliens took my pilot's arm. There is now a dead man who had an alien claw out of his face. It's not my crew that's the problem here.
I don't know. John's
But we have
John's kind of looks
another-
around like
We have another problem. Reed is outside. My engineer is outside. And there's an alien that eats people's faces outside.
Captain, we need to get the ship back online, isolate these crew members, and we need to get this ship to Anchorhead.
You want to bring this infested mess to a civilian population?
Do you want to try to fight whatever just ran out this door?
Oh no, I'm all for just blowing this bitch up.
I'm sure
this point.
the company would have defenses against this, but I don't want to go out there and fight whatever that was.
you
I
all
don't want it on my ship.
You all don't understand, and this is Flynn again. He's like, you all need the inoculation, or the same thing that just happened to Cooper is going to happen to you. And especially, and he points to Davis. He's like, your suit is destroyed. You're at risk most of all. Actually, now we're talking about that. Everybody, go ahead and roll me an air check again.
Oh shit!
Oh,
We're
no.
gonna suffocate to death and die.
Freaking Cham!
Come on, Cham.
God, I failed again. I'm down
Failed
to
again. Fuck.
So do I take it down one?
Take it down one if you roll a face hugger.
I'm at 2. So.
I'm at 1. We're screwed, man.
And Davis,
Okay.
there's really no need for you to roll anymore, Davis, because I mean your suit has been punctured. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
She's
No-
like, okay,
Captain,
I'm
you're
almost
good,
out of
though.
air. We need to refill the air supply, whether we find tanks on this godforsaken mess of a ship or not. Otherwise, we're all going to suffocate to death.
We need to get
Yeah.
the power back online. We need to get the ship back online. Do we have a way to get to Mother?
Right? Give me the pass key.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a passkey.
Thank you.
At that moment, you guys hear the med bay door open up.
Oh, fuck me.
And standing there is a woman that you haven't seen yet.
I am not okay.
So you see a short-haired blonde woman walk through, and she looks at Cooper's body on the ground, and she's like, "What the hell happened here? Who are all of you?"
Tell me, lady.
I'm the company agent for Weather Yutani on this science vessel.
Oh, Wilson, it's one of your people. Okay, we're gonna make the long story very short, and I would just repeat everything again.
Okay. She looks very pointedly at you, Wilson, and kind of like nods at you, like very, very clear to make eye contact with you.
Okay. What's her name? What's her name?
Her name's Clayton.
Clayton.
It's like, I'm Agent Clayton. What happened to Cooper? I heard commotion out here.
An alien climbed out of his face.
I don't think your inoculation works, Clayton.
Flynn, how is that possible? You told us that the inoculation worked, and Flynn's like, I don't know. But we need to get all of these people inoculated. They don't want to get inoculated, Clayton.
You are not inoculating me with shit, because I just saw an alien climb out of somebody's face that you said had an inoculation.
Okay.
I am not letting you inject me with alien babies.
Flynn, what does the inoculation entail? What is it?
It's a derivative of the Draconis 26 strain, and it's what was infecting us. We were able to neutralize the agent so that the growth would just become a benign tumor.
So I'm looking around. Do I see what Rye and Davis saw earlier? The black vials, those type of things. Are those visible, or is?
I took them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Rye's shown them to anybody.
I don't know if you guys made that knowledge public. So I'm just wondering, as a player, is that the inoculation, those vials? But Wilson doesn't know because he can't see them.
But you could ask him to show you the inoculation. Like, where is this inoculation?
So is the inoculation here?
Who are you asking?
Flynn, is the inoculation here? In the med bay?
Hold on 1 second. I'm not sure.
Is nobody else curious about where Clayton just came from?
Oh, I'm very curious. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Like,
honestly, Captain Miller is like 5 seconds from throwing hands. So.
Was it Davis who picked up the med kits?
Yes, they're in
the med bay.
mm-hmm.
So Davis, when you picked up those med kits, you do see, or you saw 6 syringes full of this black liquid, but they were syringes. They weren't the like the containers that you guys have with the black goo in it.
Okay. So yeah, I definitely took those if I saw those.
Yeah, I would say you took those. Yeah.
Are these the inoculations?
And Flynn's like, yes, those are it. Those are it.
Do not.
And I hold out like
anything.
3 syringes.
Flynn will take them out of your hand, and he's like,
no, hand them back.
We need to have you inoculated immediately.
Hand them back.
And he looks at Johns, and Johns like nods his head like, and then he gives them back to you, Captain.
You are not injecting us with shit derived from some alien that we know absolutely nothing about.
All right, well then in that case, you all need to be quarantined. We can't have this happen to you guys. We know if you're not inoculated that it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Well, one thing you guys should be more worried about is, one, where the hell did she come from? Because she wasn't in the cryo chamber.
And she's like, yes, I was in the cryo chamber. I woke
I was
up
in that cryo chamber. No, you weren't.
Well, we actually didn't wait to see how
that's right, we
long everybody woke up.
Like,
you guys were like in the hallway of the 3 cryo chambers, and they
okay.
You didn't by any chance see a little critter running out of here as you came up to our door, did you?
You're asking Clayton?
Yeah. I'm just interrupting the rest of them arguing.
No.
We have
We just saw one scuttle out of this room, and then you scuttled right up. So
how do we know?
We're just wondering what you've been doing this whole time.
Well, I woke up late, and then I went to my quarters, and I heard the commotion out here.
Well, the alien ran past us. You and Reed were the only 2 people who are not in this room. As far as I'm concerned, both of you could be infected with alien gizmos.
And Flynn at this is like, you are the one in danger. All of you. We're fine. We have the inoculation.
Captain Miller, we are all in danger of this air situation. Can we please stop arguing about this? I'm sure we'll find a solution to inoculation, no inoculation. But can we get the damn power put back up on the ship?
Yes, let's get the damn power back on. But nobody is sticking anybody on my crew with any needles until I know exactly what is in that toxic-looking black goo.
Well, this is John's talking. He says you'd have to the reactor core needs to be restarted.
All right, do you know where that is?
Well, it's in the back of the ship. Deck A, I think, has access.
Fry.
Deck C has access.
Fry, you take him to the restart the power. Keep an eye on him. If he tries to stab you with anything, do what you got to do.
I'm gonna take this guy to go restart the power.
Do we have much other choice?
Well, we have Johns and we have Flynn.
Flynn is a medical officer. Quite frankly, I don't really trust him out of my eyesight at the moment.
I'm gonna.
Unless you would want to take Reed, if you can find her, you're more than welcome to take her as well.
Hey, I could do it.
No, you're sitting right where you are, buddy. You're missing an arm.
All right, I'll take this. It's a lady, right? Lady.
Johns is a man.
Johns is man.
Johns is
I was thinking of the
man.
lady that came into the room.
Oh, that's
no,
Clayton.
not Clayton.
Clayton.
I'm sending you Johns.
I'll take John's. I'll take John's with me down to the core.
Okay, just you and Johns.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, I don't know anything about the reactor core. I'm not going to be any help to you.
You know
Yeah,
where it is, don't you?
I'm not an engineer, but I do some tech stuff on our ship. We can at least run a diagnostics and see what's wrong with it.
Well, what about Reed? Do I take Reed?
Do you know where she is?
Where is Reed?
I don't know. She was in the cryo tubes with us.
Yeah,
Well, then
why don't you want to go with me?
Well, I just don't know what help I'm going to be. I don't know what's out there. I don't know anything about the reactor core.
Yes,
I
this
fly
is
the
your
ship. I fly.
You know where things are, is the point. You can make sure he gets down there in one piece.
All right. Well, let's at least get Reed to come with us.
Fine, go find her then.
All right.
Because she ran off.
Great. So now I'm babysitting this crew.
Trust
Wilson,
me,
am I getting
not
paid
gonna be
extra
more
for this?
If I have my way, we're all getting paid extra.
I will definitely put it in the report.
Yeah, that sounds promising.
Yeah, doesn't it?
I just said I would put it in the report.
Yeah, and what that will get buried and whatever. I don't need to talk about this.
There's so much paperwork already.
Here, and I'm gonna hand Wilson my bolt gun. Can I have my gun back?
You mean the service pistol?
Yes.
Certainly. You'll hand it over to you.
You didn't use it or anything, right?
I was about to, but the thing ran off.
Okay. All right.
If I may, I am no longer able to use that incinerator. I would love something I can fire with one hand. No, I physically can't use it.
I don't know if
is there a gun?
Yeah, that's what I just picked up.
We will look for more weapons.
Captain, I'm not giving Davis a gun.
Yeah.
In fact, if you could find something that would knock him out a little bit, bring him off his high, that might be better.
After the 3 never sleep pills he's taken.
No, you don't want to.
I don't want to kill the man.
You don't want to do that.
Or lady. Davis started out as a girl. Now I'm confused.
I think Davis is still, right? I think we went over this in episode 1.
I'm still Lady Davis.
Yeah.
We've just been referring to Lady Davis as a man this entire time. I'm sorry, I've misgendered you.
That's okay. It happens.
Pronouns are important, even in space.
Captain?
Yes.
Well, you got that card now, so maybe you guys should use it.
I intend to.
But make sure you leave somebody here with Davis.
Oh, I'm going to leave somebody here with Davis. I'm leaving Wilson here with Davis.
Can we leave Flynn here with Davis? He's the medic.
You really expect me to trust a member of my crew to somebody who wants to inject them with alien goo?
Good point.
Clayton can come with me.
Well, where are you going?
I am going to go to Mother.
What do you need from Mother?
Quite a few things. I need to figure out what we can do about this ship so that we can get it back to a relatively safe port. Because I was sent here to answer your distress call.
Oh.
So I kind of have to interface with your computer.
All right. Come with me. Come with me.
Sure.
All right. So Wilson's staying in the med lab with
Davis.
Davis and Flynn.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Rye, you're heading with Johns to the reactor core?
Yeah.
And they're
Okay.
going to try and find Reed along the way.
John's the pilot, right?
Yeah, he's the second captain, yeah. All right. So as you guys all kind of have a plan and step away, suddenly you hear a burst of static over your comms, and you hear the voice of Mother, and it says, you hear an alarm, and it says, displacement drive malfunction, cascade failure imminent, fission reactor overload in T-minus 10 minutes. So everybody take +1 stress.
Okay.
And apparently the Montero, your ship, is set to destruct in T-minus
Wait.
10 minutes.
My
that was
ship
the
or the ship we're
Montero.
on?
No, the Montero, your guys' ship.
Oh, it's
What?
Montero. I thought this was the Cronus you were speaking out of.
No. It's the Montero that pings you guys.
Miller, we need to get the Cronus moving.
Yeah, but who the fuck set off that in my ship?
I don't know, but we need to get this ship moving.
What?
One of you people did something in my ship.
And we will call it there for the night. That'll be our cliffhanger. That's the end of Act 1. So when we come back next time, you guys will have agenda cards for Act 2, and we'll go from there. Anything else anybody wants to claim that they're doing before we start next session?
No.
Okay.
Miller is like this close to punching somebody from the other crew in the face. Or a dick, one of the two.
Mother, what did we find when we went into the EVA place for the where the EVA suits were?
Oh,
Did we find anything in there?
Yeah,
I
I don't remember you guys actually going in there. I remember you guys saying you wanted to go in there. Did you guys actually make your way in there at some point?
I don't
don't
we made
remember.
it to
Davis,
that
what do you
room.
remember? 'Cause I remember finding shotguns and stuff in the armory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's where we were headed, and then we just didn't quite ever stop by
I don't
there.
think we made it.
I don't think you
We
guys
didn't
made
make it.
either.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, never mind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
either way, if the ship blows up and we're stuck on this alien-infested crap hole, we're probably going to need it eventually.
Crap hole?
You don't consider the alien-infested ship a crap hole? Because I do.
It's home.
No, not our ship. Their
I like it.
Somebody.
Glass half full.
Somebody. Home to somebody.
yeah, the alien that wants to eat your face.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll call it. And thank you guys for joining us for episode 2. Tune in next time for episode 3 of Chariot of the Gods. And we'll see you then. See you around.
Hey guys.